Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you live from Just the Tip Cigars in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast. Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast, a cigar show for the community by the community. A forum to talk stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle. If you're looking for ratings, negativity, reviews, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place. Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group or emailing us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
What's good?
Good morning, ladies,
Wow.
as Doug Eggert would say. Chris?
Oh, yeah. Which we'll
Honey.
probably see it here shortly.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
You know what we forgot to do?
What did we forget?
Hi, Mike Kazura.
No, I said hi, Big Mike, but he
did you?
just couldn't
He
hear
couldn't
me
hear you
because
once.
he
Yeah.
couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, it was a repeat kind of thing. We did mention it originally, so thank you for bringing the issue to our attention.
Yeah. Learn how to read lips, and you'd know I said hi a long time ago, but, you know, there's also a microphone in my face, so it's
Two
also...
things can be true.
Yeah. I mean, you know, what you going to do? I can't wait to burn this shit down. I think it's going to be a trash fire.
Things to be one of those.
Yeah, but in a good way.
No. We can't go that drastic after last week.
Seb is operating on no sleep.
No sleep. No sleep.
Yeah, I like it. I could see it in your face. You're going to be an easy opponent today.
Yeah. I spent a lot of my night last night getting in and out of bed, going to check on my daughter who got stung by a wasp as she got into bed last night. And we don't know if they're allergic or not. So I'd be sleeping for 4 or 5 minutes, pop up, not realize it had only been a couple minutes, go check on her, come back in, go back out. It just, yeah. What's up, Hefe?
Anaphylaxis sets in quick, but
Yeah, that's why I was like, shit. Meanwhile, I'm checking on her 5 hours later. So the brain space wasn't working
Hell
all that
yeah.
efficiently last night.
So what do we think of this color? How's this shirt work?
I don't like that one.
No?
No. I mean, I feel like if there was more
It's not
line work around that,
It's
it just
not quite
washes into
desert
white too.
tan. It's more of a like a. It's not dark
If you
enough.
broke the whites
This is
down to a
darker.
gray on the circle, I
Yeah.
feel like anything but the white would be good on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here. I probably should have just did black letters,
Yeah, black
which I
lettering
could
could've
do.
worked.
I could do.
yeah. Also, I would prefer if podcast was flipped the other way.
Yeah, I've been hearing that since I made the logo.
Oh, because
It's not going to happen just because of the fact that, I mean, I could probably do it now, but I don't know that I will. It's some work. Believe it or not.
Okay.
But particularly because this font that everybody knows from the Junkies now is a font in a different app than, and that app did not make it possible to switch it.
Your
like
wife
it
just
was.
called you out.
What'd she say?
She said, "I said that too, Jason."
She did. I said that's what I'm saying. I've been hearing that since I created the logo many moons ago. So it's not new, and you're not necessarily wrong. But the way I like to look at it is, if what if I'm upside down? Then only podcast would be right.
When you go like this and read your shirt, it's correct for you.
That's right.
So the top half's for everybody else.
The top half, yeah, the top half is upside down for me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The podcast is the only part that
Right.
is for you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just glomming on to what you were saying. I'm not saying anything.
Like if the lettering was black, that shirt would be fire.
Yeah, it would pop.
Well, I only ordered 1 or 2 of these ones. Although, old fucking Hefe has the tank top version of this.
There's a tank top version.
Well, I ordered tanks because there's I ordered like one. I was like, hey, I want to see what it looks like in a tank. I got tank, long sleeve, V-neck,
okay.
regular, hoodie, everything. And so the tank came, and it did not look good on me, bro. Because like I ain't got nothing to show. Like in my mind, I'm imagining a no sleeve tank, not a fucking muscle shirt.
Yeah, you were imagining a cutoff.
Yeah, it is a spaghetti strap tank, and I'm like, that's all you, buddy. You got the fucking guns for that one.
Hefe's got his new gym
Motherfucker
shirt.
is gonna be looking good at the hotel pool this fucking fall,
Hell yeah. I had a customer come in the other day, be like, "Yeah, I was at the gym, and this guy just started like talking to me about this cigar shop and podcast and all that." And I was like, "Gray beard, good looking dude." He's like, "Yeah, he had a gray beard." I was like, "Oh, come on, man." And all I wanted to say was, "You strike me as more confident than that. You could have said it."
You know who he
He's like,
is.
and I grabbed my phone. I was like, "Hold on, was it this guy?" He's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's Hefe. He's out there doing God's work.
Attaboy, buddy. Attaboy. Fucking recruiting one uncomfortable person in the gym locker room at a time.
Get him. Oh, it's fantastic. So how was your week?
My week was good, man. Like a little rough, some of it. I was definitely ready to be done at work and glad that I got my break here. Haven't been getting enough practices in for the Strum Junkies as I would like. So I'm a little on edge about that, but this week we should be able to pick up. But honestly, man, I'm just kind of basking in the glow of last week's podcast. It was such a good show, a good experience.
The whole experience was just awesome. They such nice people, such good people.
Yeah, dude, everything about the event was great. Like, it could have easily lost a couple of points and still been great for any one thing, but I think like it was just a 5-star across the board. You know what it is you ever play the stupid ass games on your phone like Angry Birds, and you got to get like all three stars?
Yeah.
Last week was everything was 3 stars. You know what I mean? Every fucking category was the 3 stars.
It just felt really good.
Yeah, because like if we had trouble with one of them on the microphone or any of them talking, or if the whiskey wasn't incredible, or the venue wasn't great, or the people that were watching the show wasn't great, any one of those things could have not been a 3 out of 3, but they were all fucking banging off the hook. It was great.
Awesome, man. No, it was a really good time. Like everything about it was just fantastic. And the only thing that I didn't enjoy was how fast it all went.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's how you know it was a good event. Like, you were upset that it was over.
It's got to be cool, though, to, like, go from that just slinging cigars real fast to getting the chill afterward. I think that was a brilliant move to do the show after the event instead of before or during. I mean, during would have been tough just for you because of manpower.
That was crazy.
But, like, it was cool from the, like, after, to kind of get the vibe of everything that was going on and stuff. So I was telling my wife last night, honestly, I think the best feeling I got out of that show was after it was over talking to Jim. Because when I had a conversation with Ellen before the show, everything felt so good talking to her. But I was talking to Jim. You ever talk to somebody and feel like, oof, this person maybe is not a big fan of me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So talking to Jim, and it's just like a little flatter than talking to Ellen, who is just super like, let's do whatever, over the top. And talking to Jim very briefly, which is kind of like, oh, okay, I feel like maybe I irritate this guy, which is usually a possibility for me because I irritate everybody.
Yeah, he's not that expressive of a person. So
and then he was awesome on the show. Everybody was awesome on the show, including Kevin, who you gave your seat up to, which you intended to do for a few minutes, and then just was like, this is too good. I got to go steal Jason's microphone.
2 things with that. One, I didn't expect him to be that good on the mic, so I was like, okay, I'm out. 2, he looks like that freaking TikToker, Brandon Ferris, I think the guy's name is. And I seriously was standing behind you just looking at him like, wait, what? Like, I'll look up Brandon Ferris one of these days. And
Bueller?
The guy's hysterical, but he looks just like they look just alike. So as soon as the show was over, I get in the car, I'm calling the wife on the way to the shop, and she's like, oh, and I wanted to say something about her son, Kevin. And I was like, he looks like Brandon Ferris. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, ah.
Well, so after the show was over, Jim takes off the headphones, and like I stand up, walk to the other side to start collecting shit. And Jim says, he's like, Corey, you're really good at this. I says, yeah? And I'm like, I kind of didn't know what that meant.
Right.
And he was like, no, your ability to keep the show going and take charge and keep the timing, and you were just on point from the whole time. And I was like, wow, that's like the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me during, before, or after one of these shows. And so I was kind of like, yeah.
I'll tell you what. I've seen you interview people on the show. That one was your best by far.
That show was the best of a lot of things.
Sure.
It just I feel like it all came together in a lot of good ways, and but it was cool. But Shannon told me last night. She says, yeah, she was specifically watching him at the beginning of the show for some reason. Her eyes happened to fall upon him, and so when I had to do the read in the beginning, just off the top of my head, she said I watched his face go like, oh shit,
it's a thing.
Yeah, it was like, I think it wasn't until we started playing some bumps. I think Kevin was sitting there and I had him, Jay, go into a segment, and he was like, I think the mics were cut.
Yeah.
And Kevin was like, oh, like, you guys are serious. Like, this is like professional. And I was like, nobody's ever called us that before. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good time.
No, it was just so enjoyable. I'm really glad I brought my wife with me because I was able to just like work at the end of the table, and she was able to, I mean, she just sat there at the register doing that side of things. So that made like our side of it way better. I did not expect us to start selling like an hour beforehand. That we pulled up and we're just getting set up. People start lining up and I'm like, oh no, we got our wires crossed here. I thought this started at 1 and not at 11:40.
Well, just to go back to the people lined up at the door, when I pulled up, I was like, these people aren't here for us. Did they forget about us? Is there something else happening today? Like, it was wild, man. It's like the day that they deliver Blanton's to the liquor store.
Oh, more so.
Yeah,
More
like,
obsessive
I've
than
never
that.
been there on that day. I'm just assuming what it would look like. But just people just standing there holding their money, ready to go. It was pretty badass.
It was awesome. It was everything about it was just fantastic.
Well, let's make sure we have a good show today to follow it up with. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll have some more content with those guys in the future.
I feel like we should overcompensate. Just muck it all up.
Just muck it up. If you're a junkie in our audience, you can overcompensate too. Because if you're listening to us, you got something wrong with you. So do what we do and overcompensate by liking, subscribing, and sharing on every platform possible. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet for the beginning. Maybe we'll get into it again later on. But it's working. Numbers are going up, and you guys are the reason why. Because it's not me or you.
No,
Could be him,
No,
but I have no faith in his
show up and turn a camera
putting
on.
shit
That's
in
about all
free
we do.
time. Yeah. It's interesting watching a cop come up in like full gear in the parking lot. 'Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
did we do something?
Yeah, wasn't a
Nah.
cop.
No.
No.
I just saw like, I don't know, all kind of stuff. Looked like a flak jacket.
No. Local guy. He's here, off and on. And that's why I was like analyzing to see whether he was coming this way or not.
I don't know what's going on with your mic, but turn it more towards your face.
All right.
He's
How's
not
that?
getting up in there. I
Well,
think you either got to raise it
trying to,
or
like,
invert it. Go Top
Mute
Gun.
me for a second.
He's got to go Top Gun. He needs to be inverted.
All right.
You keep going. No, all right. No, turn the knobs. Turn the knobs. Yes, keep rotating. A little counterclockwise.
There we go.
Yeah. No.
How's that?
That's great.
I mean,
That
it's-
way I can look at you and talk to you.
There
now.
you
That
go.
was the problem.
Yep.
Is I was trying to like talk into it but across it at the same time, so it wasn't happy about it.
You're good.
I literally put my mic in a position where I'm not talking. I could just rest my face on it.
It's just
Feel like,
Sleepy.
oh,
nah,
man.
not sleepy. I'm having a great time. I think y'all need a little bit of this. I think that's what you guys are
No,
missing.
if I do that right
I think
now,
I
I'll
need
be
a little
asleep on
bit
that
more of
couch in
that.
about 40 minutes.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I'll overcompensate.
It's Sober
for you.
October, baby.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Are you doing Sober October?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it's the first of the month.
Wait.
Speaking of a guy that's seen you drink, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Wait a
That's
minute.
why I do it.
Yeah.
You doing Rocky Horror with us?
Yeah.
Sober?
Doing sober Rocky Horror?
Yes.
Oh, don't worry. I'll come in something that'll make him drink.
You're doing
He's going to
the
look at me and be
Halloween
like,
party
fuck
with us?
this shit.
I can't do the Halloween party. It's my sister's wedding.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know that. Never
Yeah.
mind. Okay.
He's
That one you
out
don't
for
know.
all that fun
one
shit.
That one you got.
So we're talking last night about your party, and I said, "Oh, he's doing TV show themed." She's like, "What's that mean?" I'm like, "Basically, it means anything. It's the
Yeah,
most
pretty
generic ass fucking theme you could pick." And she's like, "Are we going to that?" And I was like, "I assumed we would." And she's like, "Okay." Fuck. Now it's like a third costume, and it's like I ain't even doing a second costume. You know, I'm just gonna show up in like the most ridiculous shit I could find for Rocky Horror. But I'm like, maybe if we really get into some paper mache and build like a 5 foot tall fucking blue wig, we
Why
do
was
the
that where
Homer
my
and
head was, too?
Homer and Marge.
No
Yeah.
bullshit.
Well,
I
'cause
was
I've
gonna
talked
say
about-
you need to get her a freaking Marge wig. That was the comment that was on deck. That's
And then she could go, oh, Corey.
She's got that part down, but that's my fault, not hers. You know.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was like
Your
green
wife
dress.
sounds nothing like Marge.
No. Green dress, red shoes, red pearls, blue beehive. All I've got to do is just use the clippers to take this all down so it's just stubble and paint myself yellow and glue 2 little hairs up here, and I'm ready to fire.
No, what you should do
I
is
feel like you
and
should grow those hairs. You should have started this like
you
in
and your
case,
son
like 6
dress.
months ago.
You and your son dress up like your sisters.
What?
Yes.
What? Like
Marge's sisters.
Yeah.
me and Aaron.
Yeah, dress up like Marge's sisters.
He can't come in here. He looks old
Where's
enough,
Marge?
but he isn't. I don't want to get thrown out.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
21 and up, kids.
Yes. It is
21
21
and
and over. That is not by my ruling.
non-negotiable.
Yeah, it's not an okay thing there. Well, let's do this part.
Let's do that part. Why don't we cut and light? Are we cutting and lighting the next one
Not yet.
while we do the? No, okay,
Not
just
yet.
do the thing.
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the burg, the house has something for everyone. Do you want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
Yeah, buddy. Let's make it the house.
Oh, Christina Scales. Did you see what she put in there?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, she found it. Yes. Oh.
I'm
So-
trying to catch up. I don't know what the app's going on.
That's right. This week's cigar is 2 cigars. So,
You're welcome.
yeah.
Jason's so excited he's gonna fucking die.
I muted myself.
Yeah, I promise they can
He's
hear
got
you.
the croup.
My screw up means we all get 2 cigars, so I should screw up more often, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Don't.
Yeah.
Necessary? Is it necessary? So this week we are doing the 2022 Bishop's Blend by Black Label Trading.
Thanks,
Hold
Dave.
it up there. That would be from Leaning House because Corey's a terrible listener. But the nice part is in getting the blend, you managed to get the blend for the right cigar, even though you thought it was the other cigar, which is cool. So the 2022 Bishop's Blend,
Mix and match.
the 2022 Bishop's Blend has an Ecuadorian Maduro Habano wrapper, an Ecuadorian Habano binder, and Nicaraguan, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut broadleaf fillers. What's cool is we were talking about doing the Novemdiales, which is the 10-year anniversary of the Bishop's Blend cigar. And let's go ahead and start cutting and lighting that real quick, because that one, I'm stoked about this one.
Well, while we do that,
I love this cigar.
what is my wife talking about? Who's funny and who's right? He looks
You're too
lit
far behind.
BF.
You're, what? I didn't get any of those commercials. Oh,
Yeah, you're way far behind, man.
Yeah, but I don't. It does say see more,
Yeah.
but I don't know what any of that.
Yeah,
They're
you-
talking about their son looks like
Whose son? Oh, Kevin,
yeah, Brandon Ferris.
the redheaded guy.
yeah.
I think of like Seth Green a little bit, maybe because he's the only famous ginger I could think of.
Yeah, dude, if you look up this guy, you'll know exactly why I say it too. It's like
Okay.
it's spot on. So what we're cutting and lighting now is the 2023 Bishop's Blend, which is the 10-year anniversary of the Bishop's Blend existing. This one uses the exact same. Hold on, Jesus Christ! Yeah.
There we go.
Which accessory do we need right now?
You're in a cigar shop, Jason.
Couldn't find a cutter.
Just bring one over from over there and use it and put it back, or take a community one, or just any of the many that you've purchased and owned you could utilize.
I love
It's Pickle Rick.
It's like my favorite episode.
Pickle Rick in the background for 100. You're welcome.
So the 2023 is a PA broadleaf wrapper with the same binders and fillers. So it uses the same blend other than that wrapper. The freaking difference is night and day. It's amazing how different of a cigar it is. So when I saw that we had the incorrect cigar here, it kind of made me happy because now we get to compare the two. So be a fun little ditty that we're doing.
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Little column B.
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah. All right, you
Actually,
talk for a second.
It'd be
while I get
better
mine
for
up.
you if they tried it at home, because then they're buying twice as many cigars. So maybe you should try it. Don't try it at home. Try it at just to tip cigars. It's a good time.
Right off the bat, all that
Double
extra
fisting.
pepper. So much more potent. Now, put it in your mouth and light it because it's a closed foot. So hit it while you light it. When it has a closed foot on it, don't
It's a
warm
little
it up.
extra oomph.
Yeah, it gives it a nice little kickstart.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I'm so bright today with this shirt comparatively. Like, usually my dome is all the light I need. Speaking of lighting, my daughter got her senior pictures yesterday,
Okay.
and they opted to do it in front of our pond in the backyard, which I actually really liked because it's like, oh man, like I might not have this, I shouldn't have this pond forever. But like me and the kids have spent a lot of time working on it when they were younger and putting stuff in it, you know? So it's like, that's kind of a cool idea. And so we're going up there. My uncle is a photographer. So we're all walking up, waiting for Kieran to get dressed. And I go, should I get the fog machine? And Shannon goes, no. And my uncle goes, you have a fog machine? Why wouldn't you use the fog machine? That's cool. I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
Corey, you are like the most extra person I've ever met in my
That's what Shannon
entire
said
life.
last night. Yeah. So I don't know why that offended Heather. I think it's a compliment. I'd
Yeah.
rather be extra than basic. I'm special, you know? Like back of the bus, licking the window, tasting the crayons, eating the paste.
I have no doubt that you had the cleanest windows on your bus of any bus around.
Depends on your definition of clean. You don't want to put a sample in the petri dish, but otherwise, yes, they were clear.
Yeah.
but dude, the fog machine was awesome in the pond. Yeah, man, it was super cool because there were like little places that the smoke would just linger on the ground.
Oh,
And
just
like
hang out.
in the pond, it was awesome, dude.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think of the difference? I mean, initial. I mean, you're definitely. I don't know. I'm not.
Don't smoke them together,
Don't smoke them together.
I would say,
No.
because this one, the actual Novemdiales, really kind of mutes this one.
Yeah. It's a hammer for sure.
I was going to say this one's a little more bold than this one.
Just call this the hammer and the nail.
Do you think it's more bold than this one?
I think this one is a little more bold. This one has some flavors that stand out to me that are.
To me, the Novemdiales
All right.
is far more bold.
Let's try the walrus.
Oh, you going for it?
You've got a lady.
That's all right. Let's see what we got. And cuckoo, cuckoo.
It's,
Howdy.
Don't do
We
that
are.
either. Yeah, don't do that either. Don't do them at the same time either. it's not particularly beneficial for that either. Just smoke one or the other, kids. They're both good cigars, but don't be me. You could just generalize that. That's a good blanket statement for anybody listening. Just never be Corey, right? No, nothing. Okay. There's I'm still trying to keep up in the chat room. I don't know what's going on over there. What we got?
She
that
takes
is your
care of
neighbor?
the laundromat next door,
Okay.
and she was letting me know that the machine ran out of quarters and wanted to make sure that I was good on quarters because anytime they run out, the rest of us all start getting hit up for quarters pretty frequently. She's like, "You good on quarters?" She's like, "I brought 4 rolls over if you need to, want to buy them off of us." So that I was like, "No, we're
You
good."
sure she wasn't coming in to say, "Are these your gold boy panties in the wash over here?"
Don't worry about that.
No.
Don't
Find out on
you
October 14th,
you
kids.
don't want to hear about that. You want to know none of that. No, I agree. I can't see smoking them together being good. Like I'm not going to hit the Novemdiales again. I wanted to see how they compared. But you got to remember too, the Bishop's Blend from 2022 has age on it now. I mean, so it's muted a little bit because of that, but not. I mean, it never would have held up.
They're both good. But yeah, I mean, you got this the silver band in Novemdiales is just way more in your face than the Bishop's Blend.
Yeah.
It is like a steroided up version.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And that makes sense.
But that's the Pennsylvania broadleaf, right?
yeah.
That'll do it
Got
every
that kick
time.
to it.
Mm-hmm.
The Bishop's Blend to me has more of a like a wood taste to it.
Okay, like a woody, cedary kind of finish to it.
And that to me, that flavor stands out largely amongst the rest of the flavors in this cigar.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. I get like a black licorice kind of thing going on too. I don't know. I've been eating black licorice lately, so one of my customers brought me Swedish black licorice or Swedish candy. It's called Jungelvral. That means jungle roar. I believe is what he said it translated to. But do you guys like black licorice at all?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know anybody did. Apparently, I'm outnumbered. I think black licorice, which, by the way, is just licorice, because red licorice is not licorice. I don't care for it at all.
Try? Wait.
Not during,
Put the
like
camera to yourself
after.
when you
Let
eat
me.
it.
I don't want to taint the
It's
other
already
thing.
on me. It's been on me for like 45 seconds.
He's like, yeah, it's me, only me.
Look at that just goofy ass face in there. The plus side is we could watch Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like
we-
if
we
his
can get a
head was
little
out
bit
of the
Pickle
way.
And
Rick,
get DRM'd.
Your giant head is in the way most of the time, so
which
we're
is
all right.
perfect. Yeah, I'm curious to see how he feels about this one because it's definitely not what he's expecting. I can say that.
You see a kid died, like they blamed it on the one chip challenge.
Yeah.
We survived. Jesus, that's a terrifying face.
He's
You should
analyzed
try
that.
that.
Yeah.
I will, but not during the show. Well, maybe during the show, but maybe after the. I don't want to taint
That is
the
good.
cigars and
Right?
stuff.
I don't want to tell him why if he's going to try it, but if you're not going to try it, then I'll explain what
listen,
makes it so cool.
I'm open. I'm happy to doing it. I don't know if I want to taint everything
It's
for it.
actually, I bet you it'll amplify everything because because the coating on it.
And today's snack is brought to you by Peer Pressure.
Brought to you by some random Swedish guy.
So in the interim, what is your favorite Rick and Morty episode so far?
Pickle Rick. It's this one. It cracks me up the whole way through.
What the hell is that?
My favorite episode's the Parasite one.
Parasite one.
Oh,
Which
with
pair?
all the imaginary characters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
What the hell is that on the outside?
Salt.
Yep.
Really?
They salt it, and then it makes
It's super
so it
bitter.
yeah, but it takes. You'll notice it as it transitions. Because of all the salt, it makes the black licorice seem super sweet, even though it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like eating the ocean.
You look uncomfortable right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
That
not
was
pleasant.
so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Very cool.
You haven't seen the Parasite episode yet, where somebody the end of the episode is like, we all learned a lesson. We have to clean our shoes before coming into the house when we've been to space.
And that's the one where Beth shoots Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Uh huh.
No, I
Sleepy
haven't
Gary.
seen that one.
Sleepy Gary. Cousin Nikki. Hey, I'm walking it.
I think I've got one season left to watch.
I can't.
Be
I'm
caught
not
up.
even. It's still going. I can't even chew it.
Yeah, just kind of side saddle it. Just let it be.
The
a thing.
best throwback is, seasons later. There's a throwback to Sleepy Gary, and it's something like, I don't remember if it has something to do with his gag reflex or his anal retention, but he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm still messed up from Sleepy Gary," and I'm like, "Wow."
I don't remember Sleepy Gary at all.
You don't remember this episode at all?
The Purge episode was also really good.
The Purge
Pretty good.
episode was funny. Now, Pickle Rick wins for me just because the insanity of it all the entire way through, and the whole mob /
Oh, like the machete guy that's in there.
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the nonstop barrage of
Jaguar.
Jaguar, yeah.
battle. Yeah,
My favorite's the one where they go to the what's the place where all the Ricks go?
The Citadel?
The Citadel episode.
There's
the
several
one with-
Citadel episodes.
Yeah, I know. I think it's the first one with same old story, Morty's killing Morty's.
Mhm.
Fucking like where you get the perspective of the Morty cop and the
Yeah.
Rick cop and Simple Rick.
Simple Rick.
Oh,
Simple Rick's wafers.
where when that one Rick freaks out and they were like, you know what? Congratulations. You can go out of here. They shoot him in the back of the head.
We embraced the chemical that came from the elation of knowing that he had done so well. Only available in Simple Rick's new cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite episode, I think.
I just want to know how many hallucinogens it takes to write an episode of this. Like, how many mushrooms, how much acid to write one episode?
I was watching an interview with the creators, and they were talking about how they just wanted to get away with putting dicks and vaginas all over everything. Like all the aliens have like nut sacks and dicks on them and
Elbow tits.
elbow tits.
Yes.
Best set elbow tits in the galaxy. Anybody
Summer
who doesn't watch
usually-
Rick and Morty right now?
Summer
is going,
always
"Wait,
has the
what?"
best, like most effed up lines. You know, she's like, "Let's lick tits," and they're like, "Oh,
yeah.
come on, too much. You're fucking
Why are you doing
disgusting,
that
Summer.
again?"
Get your shit together."
What was
Put
the
it on.
episode where that might have been in the newest season where like Summer and Morty have a kid?
The giant space
Yeah.
incest
Oh,
baby.
it's not just one episode. Like it goes.
Yeah,
they
that's-
carry that through
yeah.
a whole season afterwards.
Yeah, I like how the president shames him for it later on.
Why is
Yeah.
nobody talking about the fact that we created a giant incest baby and launched it into space? Like I think they say that line 1,000 times. It's like,
And then there's the episode where like Rick's ready to go away at the end, and I think that's pretty close to the previous episode that was on. And he's like, "Why should I stay?" And she farted like for effect at some point during the thing, and she's like, "Because of the fart." And I was like, "I'd stay I'd stay for the fart." Yeah.
oh man,
It was beautiful,
ridiculousness.
We doing Morty's mind blowers?
dude. That is an awesome episode as well.
Morty's
No,
mind blowers?
Not there yet.
I
guess
just
we're
don't- I
doing
don't
that
recall
instead of-
these episodes as fast as you guys do. is
I
what
guess
it
we're
is.
doing this instead of intergalactic cable.
Yes.
Oh, that's a great episode. Fucking
Everybody loves it.
Shrimply Pibbles.
Yes.
Where his heart is a dick.
Yeah.
He's like, he has heroin in his blood. The planet Shrimply Pibbles is from, his atmosphere is 14% heroin.
Yeah.
There's
That's
so
what we
much good
expect.
stuff. But with the continuity train, it all ends up just being a toy.
Yeah.
But comes back later on with
Why is there
Story Word.
blood inside the windshield of the train?
We practice abstinence because we think the bloody guy in the sky is like here to save us, and like we're keeping him alive by not having sex. And she's like, "That's so hot," and he's like, "All right, maybe just the one time."
Just a tip.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of the episode where the fortune cookie episode.
That's fucking baller episode too.
Where
He's gonna fuck his own.
Jerry's
Jerry's gonna fuck his own mom. Oh, Sam, you've got so much
Yeah, I
ahead
didn't
of you.
realize I
So much
many.
goodness ahead of you.
How about the
Well,
one
you
where
see, you're not the whole way through yet.
how about the one where somebody uses Rick's toilet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he ends up putting him in the chamber, just reliving it
Yep.
over and over again.
My favorite part is like when he's the end of it, where he's like, "Oh yeah, you're the big dad dude, big bad doo doo daddy." That's what it is, big bad doo doo
Doo-doo
daddy.
daddy.
Yeah. When he's got all the holograms fucking yelling at him.
I like where he gets up at the table at the beginning. He's like, I'm gonna go for a walk. What? Yeah, Grandpa's going.
He's a shy pooper.
because he's a shy pooper. What?
Fuck you, Summer. Good show, man. Good show.
Yeah.
See, this is the kind of content we need.
Yeah. This is
Like this is
back
where we
to us.
thrive. I actually asked that question just because I knew we'd go off on a tangent.
Oh,
And it would
Turkey
be-
Special Forces.
Yeah, it's pretty good too. Fucking, you gotta love how every one of they're not army dudes, they're Marines. Every one of the Marines' girlfriends was pregnant.
Pregnant.
They're all fucking pregnant when they're going off to turn into turkeys. Good times.
Why are you taking my husband again? You're not gonna take him from me.
I misread Chris Scales' comment. The first two words I got right. The third one I
Just
did
keep
not.
moving on. And
Oh, wow.
You gotta be here in the live chat reading the comments if you want to know, because
that's a
I
thing.
sure the fuck ain't gonna say it.
That definitely that was a thing. For
So
sure.
I know neither one of you guys have.
Dun dun dun.
Ahsoka's fucking awesome.
I haven't yet.
It's fucking really
I don't know
good.
what the fuck that is.
Ahsoka is the newest Disney Plus Star Wars TV show.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, it's actually fucking. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Star Wars nerd, but I easily can criticize most of the shit. Like, man,
That's what
they
I'm
fucking
saying.
dropped the
F8.
ball.
Sorry.
But Ahsoka's fucking fantastic. Like, my cousin hasn't liked anything Star Wars in a long time, and he's like a very flat personality. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I was sick. I started watching that show." I was surprised. I was like, "What'd you think?" He was like, "It was pretty good." I'm like, "That is the best review I've ever heard you give anything ever."
Chris said, "You nasty."
What?
Oh,
I mean,
the artwork on
you
the
might
band,
not be
too.
wrong.
Like the way that they do the artwork on
Jeff
the
said easy now.
I acknowledged him quickly while Corey was going. No, I
ain't the guy picking up listeners in the fucking bathrooms of the locker room of the gym.
So Jeff's picking up listeners in the bathroom. I'm picking up cigars in the bathroom.
That's right. Fucking Trey Max picking up anything he can get his hands on in the bathroom.
Picking up the phone. He's picking up the phone.
Among other things, yeah. Among other things. Fucking
fantastic.
That's our new tagline, bro. The Cigar Junkies podcast. Because what else are you going to do in the bathroom? Crush candy?
Candy Crush?
Yeah, that's what
he reverse engineered it. He's very bright.
That was the hint he was going with.
This episode of the Cigar Junkies podcast brought to you by Breed Shadow Legends.
The best part is I've never heard anybody say anything about actually playing that game. Like the ads are constant, but I don't know anybody that's ever tried.
Which game?
I've played it.
Oh, have
Which
you?
Yeah,
game?
it's not
The
bad.
Shadow Legends?
Raid Shadow Legends?
I don't know. I know all of the shit that they always try to get you to, like, usually the commercials I'm watching while I'm pooping is the guy shooting the barrels and to get the upgraded weapons against the zombies. And it's always like, or the one where the money's dropping and you have to get it to the right place. And it's always like they do it so bad to try to get you to click it. Yeah. Like, fuck you, that's so easy.
You're like, this guy's retarded. I could do it. I can do it better than that.
We don't say the R word.
What?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't say the ridiculous word.
I don't know what you're talking
Don't
about.
worry about it.
The first time somebody said that to me, after listening to the podcast, you said the R word. I was like, oh shit, they said the R word. I'm like, the fuck's there's no R word.
Yeah, I remember that incident.
Yeah.
I was like, wait,
and
what?
I grew up in the 80s, so that was just a part of the vernacular. You know what I mean? I never actually...
that's what my teachers called me.
Right. But in my defense was I've never used that word to describe somebody who's actually afflicted with an issue. It's just an alternative word for idiot.
I'm more impressed that you know what the word afflicted means. I would not have put that word.
I have a vocabulary, God damn it.
Corey, with the vocabulary.
Speaking of your excellent vocabulary,
today's word is brought to you.
Really am excited to see you read the news today.
Are you?
I am.
There is no
that being
news.
said,
it's time for the Cigar News, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find a link in the description for this episode. Have Tom make something special for you.
Wait, I have a thought.
Are you waiting for the build?
I have a thought.
Is this what you wanted?
No, I just thought of something really way more important than this.
So, bro, he is fucked up.
Dude, okay.
You are way more fucked up on not sleeping than you've ever been drunk.
The silly sausage needs to make its way here.
I've said that.
Okay. B, we need to modify the silly sausage to be a silly pickle Rick.
Oh
my God.
So instead of twist me, it's twist me, fucker.
Okay, here's my pitch.
All right, let's do this.
Here's my pitch.
I can't believe I just said let's do this to a Corey pitch. I didn't realize you
All right,
I am
it involves your dad.
Oh.
That make it better or worse? First of all, how's he looking his car cover? Has he worn it yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
Yeah, I have not experienced the
He asked me to get him a shirt. You could use it to cover one of these windows.
Yeah.
It is fucking so big. It is so big, dude. They like you took half the cotton in China to make this shirt.
We were using it as a tablecloth.
We were.
welcome to my entire childhood was
a mount right here, a wooden mount that's just like a shelf, like a 90-degree shelf with a little bit of a divot in the bottom so that the silly sausage could
just be there.
Rest here.
Just have a home
for your easy reach. Yeah. You could just reach around and grab the sausage.
I'm not giving my sausage a reach around. You laid that one up pretty easy.
And then all we got to do is find a similarly sized Pickle Rick and put him on the other side in a similar amount.
We
You
have an
got one on
unfortunate
each
problem
side.
with that.
What's this?
There's another plan
Mm.
in play.
This is what happens. Making fucking plans without me. Oh, you actually taking me up on my suggestion of what I said?
Oh, look at that.
How is that a plan? It just needs a screw or a nail. Just fucking put the thing in already. It's been sitting over there for weeks.
Let me just hold that for a minute.
Talk about it, buddy.
Yeah, go with it.
Dude,
That was an awkward conversation.
which one?
So you reached out to me while I was at the, ironically, AT&T store getting a new phone. And he texted me and I didn't know how to respond. I think I had to call him back. He's like, "Did you nominate me for the Best of Pittsburgh thing?" I was like, "Not really." Like we went into the whole thing.
It became like a whole awkward established thing. No, I can't believe I freaking won that. It cracked me up that it
That's awesome.
even became a thing. But dude, getting that was a pain in the ass. So we got down there and the tickets we bought.
Step one,
because-
dress like a hippie.
Yes, that part was fun. The issue became that we thought each other bought tickets.
Oh,
And nobody bought tickets. So the night before,
You
my
got to
wife-
buy tickets. You're a nominee.
Britt's like, "Hey, did you get the tickets?" And I was like, or she said, "Where are the tickets?" I'm like, "I don't know. Where did you put them?" She said, "What are you talking about? You bought the tickets." I was like, "I didn't buy the tickets."
It sounds like an episode of the show.
So I'd like, hurry up, go on my phone, and they're sold out. Like, great. So we start looking around. She finds somebody who's getting rid of tickets. We buy the tickets. They're not real tickets. We waste money. We don't find that out
You're
until we're
buying-
at stage 8.
You bought scalp tickets for a thing that you were nominated for
Well,
on Craigslist, and they were fraudulent.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Craigslist. We bought
But
it.
that would
off
have been
of
better.
Their
This-
Facebook page.
The story would be better on Craigslist.
Like their Facebook page that is there to transfer tickets. So we get down there, the tickets we bought were BS. So we're like an hour standing there, like, all right, what are we gonna do? Because like I want to go in. I want to like, how are we getting in this thing? She hears a couple walking in, be like, "Oh, we got all these extra tickets. We got here late. What are we gonna do?" And they walk in. She runs, try and catch them, and they just didn't hear her hollering. Like it,
Burn
music and everything
past.
inside. They walk in. They're like, "Well, that was our shot. Like we missed it." So we stand there trying to figure it out a little longer. We're like, "F it, let's go." Like we're not getting in. We've been here hour and a half. Walk back to the parking garage, get in the car. We're coming down the road driving past stage AE, and she's like, "That's the couple that said they had the tickets." So I just lean out the window. I was like, "Hey, awkward." And the lady goes, "Uh-huh."
Yeah.
I said, "My wife thought
Nailed it.
she heard you say you guys had extra tickets. We were nominated. We were trying to get in. Do you guys actually have extra tickets?" She's like, "Yeah, of course," and walks towards the ticket counter. Guy's like, yeah, we'll get them for you. So I jump out of the car. Britt goes back to park the car, and I was like, "How much do I owe you?" "Nothing." Wait,
Which
what?
is good
Like,
because you've already paid
we've already
for tickets.
paid for it, but I'm like, no, like we'll give you something for it. I appreciate it. He's like, no. He's like, we had an audit at work that held all of us over. We came down, but the rest of our employees, everybody was done with it from the audit. So like, we have a ton of tickets. So no, please take them. I'm just glad they're getting used. Cool. So we go in and we skipped all the pageantry and just like walk through to the table, and they just have a table with these on it. And I was like, hey, I wanted to see who placed where in it, from this. There's no like verification of who you are.
What's funny is that it's been this long and we haven't heard this yet. Please continue. I'm just commenting.
Well, we haven't had a chance to talk about it because that weekend we went to Vegas, and the last weekend we did Liberty Pool. So this is it. Like this is the first show we've done at the Tip since then. But yeah, it was just wild to get it. I was absolutely just elated. Like,
So, but what was the process? You're like, hey, I want to
Walk
see
up to
how
the table
everybody
and you're like,
plays.
I wanted to see where I placed, and she's like, "Oh, you guys got first place. Congratulations!" And hands me the plaque, and I was like,
Like,
"It was not
kind of
expect-
anticlimactic.
I expected a little more, like not a ton, but
I was wondering how they were
pomp and
going to.
circumstance with
No.
it. They were just like, "Yeah, you won, fucker." Here's
Yeah,
your
and I
plaque."
was like,
So
"Here you
for
go."
those-
and I was like, well, can you guys tell me who placed where? So then the next day or that night, I was like, sweet. So I posted I won. Somebody sends me a message like, hey, you're not allowed to post that. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about because it's been 2 months. And I was like, I forgot the rules. Like,
Wait, what?
the awards party is on Wednesday. It's not the issue of the paper is not coming out for another week. So you're not supposed to tell anybody. So I posted it all these reactions that night and took it down real quick. And then everybody's like, "Hey, what happened?" I was like, messed up. Like, my bad. Like, and I mean, there was no big deal out of it. Or whatever,
The city
'cause I took
paper
it down.
cops didn't come after you?
Yeah, no, there was no abusive emails or anything. It was literally just a quick message, and that was it.
So I was wondering, first of all, let's tell the people that don't have any idea what the fuck is going on, what we're talking about. I know you held it up, but they may not understand the significance. So the Pittsburgh City paper has apparently yearly awards for all these different categories. And Sam was nominated and won for Just the Tip Cigars being the best cigar bar or lounge in Pittsburgh. Yeah. Right. And so to go back to like my curiosity was, I was wondering like, dude, this has got to be a long event for them to read off all these winners. Yeah. Because I'm like, if they have a category for best cigar bar, there must be 1,000 fucking 1,000 awards, 1,000 categories, dude. Like, just to get down into our demographic, like I understand our demographic because that's the people I'm trying to sell shit to, like our show, right? So like one person in 1,000 in this country smokes premium cigars. And then, so the people that listen to content about them is much lower than that. So our demographic, our pool is really small.
One person?
I don't know. I heard that. I heard that somewhere, and so I'm going to repeat it as if it's truth.
I mean, maybe if you were to take like the entire 300 million population of the United States.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, 1 in 1,000.
But we're a niche market for sure.
Right? Yeah.
Like, and then the podcast
and again, I'm an American person, so as soon as somebody spouts off a fact to me, I hold it to be true and never question
it on the internet. It must be true.
That's right. You know, so
this was on Al Gore's website.
So like, this is a real small demographic. So I'm like, if you're in there, it's got to be like, you know, best laundromat in Pittsburgh, best bikini wax place in Pittsburgh.
Dude, best band was God Hates Unicorns.
I mean, he must, or else they would be around.
I've never heard of them, but they were awesome. We ended up hanging out with them for a little bit. They were a blast to be around, and
that's cool.
I keep meaning to like actually remember to look up their music because I'm guessing it's probably going to be some kind of either punk or metal.
That sounds metal.
Yeah, so I'm so bothered that you gave me the little gesture under the table, and I'm calling you out for it. And okay, if we can't, but like I don't know.
Long stories.
Clearly, take note to tell me later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm like going like, where could I have gone wrong on that? I don't know.
No,
it was a pretty that was one of the mildest things I've talked about on this show. So I'm gonna need clarification later.
Absolutely.
So all right, so this is definitely the longest, best bird walk we've ever done. To distract us from the segment that we're doing.
Yes.
So let's find out what's going on in the cigar news. Ain't shit. Nothing.
That's what I was like.
Yeah. Sam was so excited for the fucking cigar news.
Very awkward.
Because there ain't anything notable to talk about, which is kind of good. Because again, I was doing the show notes at like 2:00 this morning before I shaved and showered.
The only thing I can think of cigar news that is out there is the Yorktown Fleet from Stolen Thrones is shipped now. So you should be able to find it in a couple places this week.
What the fuck's the intern doing over there? What is he listening to?
God Hates Unicorns.
Oh.
Okay. These guys are like a mix between like Seven Dust, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Primus.
That sounds like a great mix.
That's awesome.
Actually, because here's the thing. Seven Dust and Primus, both cool. They don't have anything that grabs your ear. They both got cool sounds. Like Seven Dust is a great fucking band.
Yes.
But they're not particularly hooky, right? They don't have that mainstream, like something to grab you and make you fucking remember and want to sing that shit all the time. Whereas like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Traveler.
Yeah. The name of the song is Hook.
Oh, okay.
Because he's talking about that hooky.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's all kinds of different hooking. But no, like Chili Peppers do have that hookiness, right? Obviously. Mm-hmm. Even if nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but it sounds good, and I like to fucking sing that shit. So that's probably a great combination for a fucking band.
Fun.
I like them. I will definitely continue to listen to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Fuck yeah.
No, a lot of the categories, there was There's a lot of categories in there that
Best
were.
strip club.
There was a couple of those.
Tennessee.
So I think they broke that down by north, south, east, and west.
I know because
Which one
Pittsburgh
is
is
the best?
full of them.
Yeah, they broke down beer distributor by north, south, east, and west. Best bar, best drag queen.
That lets you know what? Whoa. Huh?
So then you had best adult mart.
Did Earl win? Best drag queen? No. It was an educated guess. I just wanted to see. You know.
Yeah. But the band was awesome. It was damn it. It was a cover band of something that was great. But they were fantastic. The one that was playing at the venue too. They were a blast. What the hell was that sound?
It was something from Dr. Seuss. It was one of those Dr. Seuss machines.
He's calling in reinforcements. What the hell is that?
I fucking sneezed. Fuck
No,
you.
that was not a sneeze.
That was a fucking sneeze.
There's not a.
Somebody go tell the armies of Gondor they can go home. And the award for best nerd joke goes to
Pickle Rick.
what were we talking about the other day? Fucking somebody was talking about fucking manscaping, and for some reason my first thought was whatever the conversation was.
I'm curious where this goes. So continue.
The only picture painted in my mind was like, I feel like you're trying to make your dick look like a Dr. Seuss tree. No, that wasn't us. It feels like a conversation we would have had.
Did you do like a lollipop?
No,
I told him.
I told him the head of my dick was hairy.
Yeah, it was some. I knew there was something.
Yep.
And I was
left
like,
it alone. See, you're right. My judgment is skewed. I normally would have left that alone.
He
But now that
pets
we're
it
talking
and calls
about good
it
old Dick Tickler, I'm curious.
I told him it looked like a palm tree, and he was like one of those fucking trees from
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. What was the Lorax?
Yeah.
Dude, I am so sitting here just watching the comments because I know your wife's here, and I just want to see two words come up. Can confirm.
Does she call it the cat in the hat?
The cat.
The Lorax pops out of my pubes, and he's like, "I'm the Lorax, and I speak for the trees."
At least hairy? Is it scary?
One fish, two fish?
Redfish syphilis.
No.
Too far.
Yeah.
Too far.
We need just a cricket.
Yeah.
There you go. His is better. Say the line. I didn't do it,
bro. Not a cricket. Oh,
that is
we didn't get a
accurate.
can confirm. We got a no comment.
Oh.
I'm taking that as a can confirm.
That is-
unless denial occurs.
That is the only no comment that has ever been issued on Jason's behalf other than in a trial. Jason, much like me, has a comment for everything.
Jennifer listens for voices to come from just the tip.
So Jen, since you're here, I asked Jason. He didn't know about the 10. I was like, yeah, you got my $10. And he's like, for what? And I says, because hers isn't magic. That's all I'm gonna say.
Good catch on that. That was good.
Yeah.
You were like, nah.
No. I'm sober enough to walk the line.
Yeah,
and not cross the line for now.
Bro, you don't normally cross the line. You literally sprint and dive at that son of a bitch.
I usually
Like,
paint over the line.
Yeah, how fast can I just blow this
That's
line
right.
up?
That's right. Yeah. I snagged the line. So yesterday, I need to have more booze. Because yesterday, my uncle, like I said, took the pictures of my daughter. We go take him to lunch at Permani's afterwards because he's got a wedding to do up the hill. It's like, okay, you're doing this for free. Here's some food. And, I'd already had a little bit of tequila. I was giving him some Liberty Pull corn whiskey to try and shit. And so I get a Long Island iced tea at fucking lunchtime and shit. And she was like, you want to go to Sam's Club with me afterwards? I feel like you'll be real fun at Sam's Club. And I'm like, really? You want me to be inebriated and go with you into a public place where I could spend money? And I was like,
Who said this?
My wife. I was like, I feel like I'm probably just going to go home and fall asleep because I'm drinking this early in the daytime, But she seemed very excited at the prospect of going to Sam's Club with me inebriated. So I want to give her another stab at it,
Oh, we
Like,
just
honey, I'm gonna get fucked up today. Let's
This
go
is
to
for
Sam's
you,
Club.
baby.
I'm gonna get hammered and go to Sam's Club. Let's go to Costco. They got free samples of quiches.
It's like it's the progression of life. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in your 20s, you want to get fucked up and go to the bar. In your 30s, you want to get fucked up and go to Sam's Club. And when you're a teenager in this neighborhood, you go, let's all go hang out at fucking Sheets.
Bro, I can tell you, I've honestly never wanted to get messed up and go to Sam's Club. That's just never been a thing for me.
When I was a teenager, we used to get high and go to the cemetery.
See, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that's there's something exciting. Going to Sam's Club is like, oh look, mini quiches.
No,
That was what Jen was doing on our that hand motion. This.
I wasn't
she was
milking a cow, bro.
That's exactly what I said.
Walking.
Everything your wife would be telling stories, and she'd be like doing this hand motion. I'm like, she's like, oh yeah, we were doing this Boy Scout event, and I'm like, and you were milking them? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's just a universal hand motion that she was doing for every part of her story. I'm like, what the fuck? You're just milking everything.
not the, hey baby, you ever get your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
Right. That's a good line. Let it never be said that your anal retentive attention to detail never yielded positive results. No?
Nope, lost.
Dogma.
Oh.
Yep.
Dogma. It's whenever fucking they're in the airport and they find out that there's the loophole so that they can get back into fucking heaven. I always thought that was the most ridiculous and well-delivered fucking Matt Damon line ever. Because it's just so silly, man. He's like, let it never be said that your anal attention to detail never yielded positive results. And fucking, Ben Affleck looks at him and goes, well, that would require me having an anus.
That's, that's like the, like Clerks, like the original Clerks. Like nobody talks like that. Nobody fucking talks like that. Like Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not how conversation works.
Yeah. Dude. Bro, Dawson's Creek was like a fucking thing when I was a kid, and it was like, oh, okay, like this guy's good look. We got Katie Holmes and shit. Like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, the fuck are these motherfuckers talking about? What high school do these kids go to?
Why are they all 30?
Why is their vocabulary so big?
Like they need to be more monosyllabic.
Like boys that age only know like 3 words, and 2 of them is boobs.
Boobs.
You all right?
Yeah.
Kept it down. That's good.
Yeah. He's just mad that I didn't compliment him on his wow, I can normally English goodly.
Monosyllabic.
Salamic, thank you.
Syllabic.
That's what I said, monosalami.
That's where my head went to. You went Slavic, and then you went Salamic, and I'm like, I like salami.
That's where I was trying to, because I know right now I can't say the good words likely. Oh,
As an eye doctor, that's right. She's talking about touching people's eyeballs.
like this?
And but it was like in front of her eyes. And I'm like,
okay.
so like you milked people's eyes for a living? Like, what the fuck is like, don't do that. Yeah. It was a conversation needed by alcohol.
It was a why you gotta be so awkward, bud, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's every conversation I've ever had with anybody.
That's
pretty
about
much,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're right on board. So, is this collection of hats moving to the shop from your home, or
Yeah,
are you
I'm just not
actively
taking them home
buying
anymore.
more hats?
I bought more in Vegas because the price was phenomenal. So
Other than the shrimp buffet, nobody's ever said the price was phenomenal in Vegas.
bro, what
about
I normally
anything.
pay for hats is like I got both of those, or this one and the black one over there, for a third of what I paid for the other one. Like I got both of them for way less.
Have you ever seen those, I don't know, like YouTube shorts or TikTok videos where the guy's like making the hat, like cutting the brim of it and like shaping the hat and
Dude,
steaming it and shit
My
like that?
favorite reels are the ones of people making shit.
That would be my coffee maker telling us that it's turning off.
Jesus.
No, I had that done with my Stetson. So my Stetson was actually made like for me while I stood there. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's a really cool process. But we were talking about
The only thing
black
I've ever had made for me while I stood there was a Subway sandwich.
What's up, Patty? Welcome to the party. How's Gettysburg? But no, I didn't want to bring any of my felt hats here because I feel like they would just not be pleasant to be around after the fact. Like, I feel like
they
be
match
less
their
than
owner.
A
ideal.
little stinky.
Yeah, they'd be a little less than ideal, and they're not easy to clean. So
Right.
we decided to go with a black straw hat. And again, I couldn't beat the price.
All right.
So yeah, that's that story that was far less.
That's because somebody was like, we got to lower our price. Nobody wants to walk around looking like this. And you walked in like, woohoo, discount.
I want to hear the story of you kicking somebody out of here.
No, I don't actually feel like reliving it. It's a 21 and over establishment. Just keep it that way. Like it's a pretty simple rule. It's pretty well known at this point too.
There was that, and then there was something else we were talking about before we started recording.
Oh yeah, dude, I had nightmares last night.
Oh, okay.
That never. I don't ever dream, and it was just like between her having the bee sting, having freaking nightmares was like the whole thing was just a terrible night.
Godzilla coming down.
How long is the now open sign going to remain on the windows?
Till the end of the month.
And I think what would be great is if we took it down for a week and replaced it with a sign that said still open.
Yeah, I assure you,
that was my next step. And shoe polish.
I already have the new sign that's going to replace it. So at the end of the month, that one's going to come down, and there's one that's going to go up that says stop in just for a second, just see how it feels. So that should get some attention.
Not stop in.
Yeah.
You haven't put it in yet, have you? The order for the sign?
No, I already have it.
It shouldn't be stop in. It should be pop in. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
I have to go back to the source material on that one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to watch Wedding Crashers again.
But it's more along the lines of, just painting the picture, but then broad strokes.
Broad
giggity.
Strokes.
Stroking the broads. No, nothing.
Yeah.
making a broad generalization.
Yeah, this is. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
We're trying so hard to live up to
what are the
last
events?
week, but we're
Just embrace
it's a
it.
cliff. We're over it.
I'm gonna make you eat another piece of licorice.
I tried to save it with Rick and Morty, but
You can do the events.
Oh yeah, we could do the events. So what's happening right now?
Yeah, it's playing. It's just really low.
I can't hear
Because
nothing.
you usually talk over it.
Okay, I was waiting to hear a thing, and I didn't hear anything, so I was like, okay. Yeah, we got a lot of events because it's fucking October time.
And I got more
shit.
to add.
Oh, well, shit. That'll make up for the news by a long margin.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, October 12th at the Blind Fox, we have the Caseta Oktoberfest event. Join the Blind Fox family. Emily and Bill. I don't know who the hell Emily is. She must be like that Christine chick. And Caseta Cigars representative Adrian Sardna for Western Pennsylvania's only Caseta Oktoberfest event. Free food. Hacker Pashore beer specials and great deals on Caseta cigars.
Somebody was telling me that Caseta Oktoberfest is fantastic this year. The one last year was really good, but apparently this one's way better. So
I've liked them in the past when I've had them.
Really good.
They've been decent cigars, man. Saturday, October 14th at Just the Tip Cigars. Let's do the time warp again. Join us for a night of twisted fun as Just the Tip Cigars presents a special screening of the cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Dress up as your favorite character, any three of them, whether you're the sweet transvestite, a creature from the night, or whatever. I think those are the options. Get ready for a night of wild entertainment, interactive games, fabulous prizes, and mostly nudity. Event highlights, costume contest, strut your stuff, and win fantastic prizes for the best Rocky Horror themed outfit. Which I got questions. Because themed, do you have to be a character, or does it just have to like capture?
I think if you wear
thing.
some, I don't know. Patty, you still here? Like let's let the
They're
organizers of
deciding.
it.
The
Yeah.
judges are in the house.
Yeah, I mean this is a Dave and Patty production.
The biggest problem I have is I can't. First of all, there's only. If I dress as anybody, I'm going to look like somebody else or probably 10 other people here because there's only so many choices. And unfortunately, I'd have to shave for most of them, which my wife says is a no-go because she doesn't want to see the chin behind my chin. She's like, I don't need no behind-the-scenes chin scenery stuff. So
I think Frankenfurter would look fine with a goatee.
So that loud vest, I was considering just wearing that and some sort of very flamboyant underwear and cowboy boots.
I've made it very clear here in the shop that I'm not really. I'm hoping somebody doesn't choose Frankenfurter. Like I really don't want anybody to be Frankenfurter for that one.
Everybody's going to be.
I know,
Frankenfurter.
and I'm. Yeah, it's a thing.
Which is
wait,
why
who
at
are you
first-
being?
I'm not telling you who I'm going to be.
Because the problem is there might be a conflict. So I'm going to make an open offer right now. So you're choosing to omit. So you're therefore negating yourself, and you can't be upset.
I have the instrument to play one of them.
See, that's the thing, because we have one of your instruments, and Shannon was going to offer it back to you to utilize.
I have two of them.
Well, then she was going to offer it to Sam because you're being who Sam's being. See?
Oh, you're going to be Eddie.
Yeah.
See, the
okay.
problem
I
is
do riffraff just as easily.
There's three
somebody else is
characters.
doing riffraff too.
And that's the fucking problem.
no, it's not a problem.
Because I was like, that's the only person I could realistically be, and I'd have to figure out a way to cut up a wig and glue it on and shave my face and all that. But then I'd look like fucking 10 of the 30 people here.
Well, then be Columbia.
I don't know who that is. I was thinking about being Transylvania number 13.
What's that?
Chris can't make it. Chris Scales. She would pull off Columbia.
Oh my
perfectly.
God, would she do Columbia so
Right?
well?
She can't. I was really disappointed.
That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, that one would be fantastic. Patty said there's lots of people in the background. Pick one.
Patty says best cost themed. So is that the cheapest costume?
Just dress like a woman.
I mean,
that's
I was
really-
kind of thinking.
That's like
I saw a leather bra on Facebook Marketplace, but I'm like, $35 is a bit
Just
steep.
dress like a woman and then see in a week how your picture's pasted all over the mill.
Yeah. I mean, there's already those. Yeah. We got that. And in other news,
why is there a picture of Corey inside the stall?
why is there a hole cut in his mouth?
I do want to clarify that is a ticketed event.
Yes, I was getting to that part. Advance tickets cost money, but they cost more at the door. Don't dream it, be it, apparently. Is that a line from the movie? It's in quotations. So, by the way, the pain in the ass to have to delete all the damn emojis from this freaking event to put them into print. Monday, October 16th at Burn on the North Shore. It's the Blanton's dinner, or as it's posted on the PCC, the Blatton's dinner.
The Blatton's dinner.
I messaged Earl about that. And he's like, it's not my event. It's Rocky Patel's. And I'm like, well, it says you posted it. So, little accountability, please. Join us for an exclusive evening at Burn, where only 25 tickets are available. Don't miss out on the limited opportunity to savor the finest in food, bourbon, and cigars. Secure your tickets now, and let's make it a night to remember at Burn. So I looked into this briefly. An order, there's two different ticket prices. I believe one is $75 and one is $200. The difference between the $175 and $200 is that you get a bottle of Blanton's, which is the last time that you were able to purchase it, like a $60-something bottle of bourbon. So they're upcharging it 100%.
Good for them.
I mean, come on now. Motherfuckers. Saturday, October 28th at Nelson McGuasto's in Greensburg. It's the Spooky Sumatra Halloween Party. Trey Mack of Aladino Cigars will be on site as they release the hauntingly delicious Aladino Sumatra Fall Limited Edition and welcome plenty of delicious spirits. Not scary spirits, delicious spirits. Suck off a spirit. The deals will be absolutely spooktacular. All attendees are encouraged to wear their favorite Halloween outfits. Now I'm going to give you your end to say the other thing you have to say before I get into the last line. I like to be last.
I don't know what's my.
You said you had shit to add.
Yeah, I got the
Adam.
27th, 29th. Which one do you want me to go? I guess
Save them.
Okay, like chronologically or like.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Reverse order would be more fun. 29th. What's on the 29th?
The 29th is going to be Trey Mack's going to be hanging out here. We're going to have basically just a hangout party with
A bathroom kumbaya. Holding hands on the shitter.
We'll be releasing our Sumatras of the Aladinos that day.
How do yours differ? Because it's later.
Instead of Fred. So that's pretty much it. Like the Sumatras that we got from Aladino will be that day would be a thing. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same cigar for the Sumatras from Aladino's released. Doing that, some samplers. He'll be here, and then Liberty Pool will be on site. We'll be doing pairings with them again. They'll be doing samples. They won't be able to sell you drinks, but they'll be giving out samples, so they'll be slinging. And it'll be Jim and Ellen again. So
Fuck yeah.
Be a good time.
If Trey doesn't come dressed as Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'll be disappointed.
It's not a Halloween event.
It should be.
It's not.
I mean, it's the 29th.
But the 27th is the
But that would be
Just the Tip Halloween
even
party.
better if nobody else was in costume and he was just here in the little wrestler panties and the Stone Cold vest with all that curly ass fucking chest hair.
Think we can get him to wear the badger?
Just throw him some Miller Lite.
Was it badger costume?
Honey Badger don't care.
Honey badger don't give a shit. Honey badger don't care.
We could have BGD fucking narrate the video. Oh, it's a little on the nose.
Yeah,
but
we definitely need Trey to wear his. I think it was a badger costume.
it was absolutely
one.
was.
So I feel like that needs to happen. And then on 27th is our Halloween party.
Aye.
And it will be TV character themed for that one. We're gonna
So be
doing,
whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing best costume, best couples costume, and best group costume.
If I was Lars from Futurama, would you know who that is?
No. Wait, no.
Maybe.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
No.
Yeah, she said it wouldn't go over because it's like the one thing I wouldn't have to change much, just a little orangish hue to my beard. So it was the episode where fucking Bender can go back in time by reading the code on fucking Fry's ass. And then
Okay.
Fry is jealous of this dude Lars that's going to marry Leela, but then finds out that he is Lars, but is a time duplicate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he has all his hair burned off in an explosion and just has a goatee and a burned larynx. No, okay.
So
Yeah, you're right, dear.
my when I was in a band, we played a Halloween show, and there was a costume contest, and these 3 people showed up to this fucking costume contest dressed as the dudes from Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh,
There was the 2 people carrying the dead guy
Bernie.
around, and he sold that fucking thing
All night.
all goddamn
wasn't until the
night.
next day they figured out it was just a mannequin.
Yeah.
They were the 2 that were with him were like feeding him beers and shit throughout the night. He did not move.
He
It
just
was
embraced it.
incredible. Incredible.
I don't have that kind of commitment.
Were they just like pouring booze down his throat with a funnel?
They were just sticking the can up to his mouth.
Dude,
And he
that
was
sounds like the best night ever.
It-
Like I don't have to move. People just drag me around and pour
Yeah,
my drinks in.
they
my
drug him
dude.
around, like set him up, and he would sit there like this. And
My neighbor, his name is Bernie, and his boat is Weekend at Bernie's. Freaking fantastic. I was like, he told me that. I was like, that's awesome. Like, hell yeah, buddy. Good name for a boat.
Jason's moving around a little too much over there. I'm feeling real bad for his chair.
Yeah. He is hell on my chairs.
He's a little rough. A little rough.
Oh, Shannon just asked a great question. At any point in the night, did Bernie use the bathroom?
I have no idea.
I wonder how committed they were. Like, really? How much do you love your boy?
Damn.
Maybe.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
call.
We also played like a 2.5
That sounds like
hour set. So
That sounds like only people I know that could try that are Trey and Jason. Because they're the only people I know that do nefarious things in the bathroom.
No, they're
Openly.
not. Okay, openly. Yes. That talk. about
Whatever
it on
you
our show.
do in your bathroom with the cowboy hats on you, buddy.
No, I usually leave the hat out of the bathroom. I don't like to disgrace it.
You don't like the OPPP? Other people's poo particles on your hat?
Yeah. All right.
That's
go ahead. Moving on.
nonsense.
Moving on.
And finally, Saturday, October 28th, at the Leaning House, Fine Cigars. It's Drum Junkies return for the Leaning House Halloween party. That's right, the prodigal sons return, and this time the local cigar box legend Louis LaManna will be keeping the beat on the drums. He spent a lot of time working on those drums. Apparently, one of them's haunted, by the way. I learned that in practice the other day, so it'll be interesting. Costume contest, no theme that I'm aware of. As tight of a theme as TV shows is.
Challenge for you guys. Everybody do your dress up like Corey. Like everybody.
Oh,
Everybody dress up like Corey.
fucking
See who looks best as Corey. I hope you lose that contest. Like the Dolly Parton look-alike contest that she lost. I hope you lose that contest.
Dolly Parton lost a look-alike contest.
what?
Charlie Chaplin lost.
If we're gonna do
yeah,
that,
he lost. Charlie
if we're gonna
Chaplin
do
look-alike
a
contest.
look like Corey contest, now's the time to invest in Gillette.
Yeah.
Just saying, there's gonna be a lot of shaved heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Halloween drink specials, food and cigar specials. What else can you ask for? Come on, motherfuckers! I bought a fog machine.
Okay.
Yeah,
How does that serve them?
Because it'll be foggy. I'm extra. I don't know.
Like
So I'm thinking about making. I'm actually not thinking about. I'm going to attempt to make my own guitar strap to go with my costume. I got a couple pieces of leather on Amazon, and so I've got my gun belt and shit, and the revolver and all that. I got spurs for my boots. I'm gonna try to make a bandolier guitar strap that I could put bullet shells in. It'd be fucking sick.
You could buy one.
I could.
There's that.
I could.
God, you know what that
but I
reminds
could
me
make
of?
one.
He just bought a fog
What was
machine.
that movie where the guy pulls the
Among
fucking...
other things.
What was the movie where the guy pulls the guitar, like sits down in the bar, sets the guitar case on the floor,
Once upon a time
Dawn
in
of the Dead.
Mexico.
pulls
Dawn
out
of
the
the
guitar.
Dead.
No, it's not Dawn of the Dead. He pulls the guitar up and he's like, "Brrrr, I wrote that song for you." Desperado?
Pretty vague, bro. Desperado.
Oh, come on. You know what I'm
You mean
talking
Witchy
about.
Woman?
Don't you
Ooh,
come to your
witchy
senses.
woman.
Oh, I do have one more event I want to bring up.
You fucker.
This one's actually like a thing.
You just had to come in after me just to
I did.
fucking just
I
to,
held it too. I did
just
it
to
on
mess with
purpose.
my
I did.
Dr. Seuss tree.
I did. It was more fun for me that way. On the 11th of November, we're going to do a ticketed Thanksgiving dinner here, and it'll be vets because it's Veterans Day as well. Vets will eat for free with their spouses, but everything we make from the tickets is all going to go to Mission 22. We'll do raffles and stuff like that throughout as well, but the goal is just to raise as much money for Mission 22 as possible. Like I'm openly just saying, like that.
Put this in your-
This is a money grab.
Put this in your notebook for next year. Because it have to be summertime when you could take advantage of your parking lot. Vets and pets.
December 9th, we're going to be doing the Army-Navy game, and we're going to have Pups and Puffs. They'll be here for that. And
It's not as good as my Father's Day name.
Which one's that?
It was Puffs and Pops or Pops and Puffs.
I mean, Pups and Puffs is actually
puff with your pop?
already an established thing. Like it's
Yeah.
actually like bona fide.
Pup.
Yes, he understood that reference. It's bona fide.
I am a man of
Take
constant
about 10%
sorrow.
Yeah.
I seen trouble. No, Jason, come on.
Gonna have to edit that out.
Thank
That's
you,
where
Patty
the
Cakes.
bass comes in. I seen trouble.
I understand, but you're really, really loud.
Really loud. Like way more than I think you realize. Like not having.
I'm not
that
used to the
monitoring
mic
stuff.
being there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, yeah.
we got to put in a compressor. Maybe adjust the compressor for the panel. Yeah, it's an audio thing.
I actually
Yeah.
don't care. At
It's
all.
okay.
Like I don't mean that as a rude way either. It's
Yeah,
just
but
like you're gonna
you'll
tell me it's
confuse
just gonna go
them.
in one and out the other.
Yeah,
Right now.
it just controls the high level.
Okay.
It's something we've long needed to figure out. Actually,
Yeah. It
So-
doesn't. The board doesn't have something like that built in. Like doesn't have that functionality.
It does, but it's on a sliding scale, and also
Variable.
none of us are like exactly audio engineers. Call him my boy Wade. Get him to come in here and fuck with some shit.
Okay then. All right. All right.
What are you doing over there?
Just trying to find that scene that I was talking about.
Yeah,
The
nobody cares.
Desperado scene.
Mm.
Yeah. By the way, that semen you're talking about is what I heard originally, and it took me a second to realize you
semen?
said that scene that you were talking about.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
just trying to find that semen.
Yeah, that semen. Like, where is it? Is it coming from a Dr. Seuss tree?
It is crusted on the glass door
What
of my
episode
shower.
of what that? I've never seen this.
Yes, you have. This is the one where he gets shot into the multiple realities at the same time. So he's currently living in like everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
But I've seen all of them, and I've never seen this portion.
I do not recognize this one either.
This is special.
This is a good one.
There's some happenings here.
Are we going to show them, or are we all just going to
No.
like turn our backs to the camera?
No.
Because like even,
I don't have the camera on me, so.
well, audio listeners, you
remember
didn't
that
miss
guy.
anything.
Oh,
okay, yep,
there
yep.
it is. There
Is this
we
the
go.
one with the ride
Yeah.
and the death field?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
death. This is where rich people go, so they don't have to worry. The kids are just running around killing each other.
Yeah, and then it's like,
And they're resurrecting.
oh, get up, get up.
Yeah. Oh,
Whenever
yeah,
the field
yeah.
goes down, that's a messed up shit,
Oh,
bro. Let's welcome the new members of the group. We got some names here.
Lots of them.
Donata Colusio. Alan Frankfurter. Alan Faulkner. Courtenay Hall. There's some names, man. Candace Kirby, Dave Anthony, Julie Augustini, Nathaniel Clark. That's not a word. Thomas Ure.
I'm mostly
Sasa Krivokura or Kivuka.
I immediately read that as Kevorkian the first time. I don't know why.
Krivoka, we'll say. Bill Ragone, Anthony DeMarcello, Ashton Zaher, and the man himself. This actually got me quite excited whenever I saw this to put into the notes.
I know it was the first thing he said when he came
Glenn Loop, yeah. So these fakers don't know who Glenn Loop is, or until I explained, Glenn Loop is the founder and the runner of Cigar Rights of America. So as always, I do want to point out that we have a link in every episode that we put up for Cigar Rights of America. If you're not a member already, please join. There's already a bill not a bill, but they are. What's the thing whenever they pass a judgment and they're appealing the FDA regulation
dude, and that
ruling, which is stupid, but you know it's going to happen.
So I read the appeal that they submitted, and to summarize, it basically says we don't like what he said, so we want this to change. Like they didn't,
which is pretty much like always what it means.
But normally,
like we don't like what the judge ruled.
Bias, then like they give a reason. This one basically just said he said this, and we don't think it's fair. Like that's really pretty much all that the FDA said in response to.
Or in other words,
yeah. The worst part about it is I smoke Newports, so
right.
They'd get rid of it's menthol cigars and flavored cigarettes.
No, this is just the FDA not having regulation anymore.
FDA's ability to technically it never took away FDA's ability to regulate premium cigars, but the deeming regulations that they were imposing or proposing, they were basically like, no, this is ridiculous. Yeah. You can't do it this way.
Right.
You have to come at it like do your homework.
The fact that like we have a Supreme Court to be like the final say, and it's not the final say. Like I agree with having an appeal system.
Well, that wasn't a Supreme Court ruling. No, it wasn't. It was like a Texas judge or something. I'm pretty sure.
No, the FDA one was like it was like a thing. I don't know. I'll double check on it, but
I'm pretty sure that the ruling that came down against the FDA in our favor was not a Supreme Court.
Yeah,
I think it was a single. I know for sure it was a single judge.
Yeah.
So
it was not great though. Either way, that was terrible.
Yeah, FDA's got their heads up their asses worse than we do.
Yes,
and that's impressive.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell they have going on. Well, yeah, it just makes me angry in my heart. And then PA, the state is trying to pass a new protect your employees thing, which is
the smoking ban.
Yeah, you can't make them be around smoke, and it's like, okay, well, I won't. I don't have any.
We put that on. We put that on it was a recent show where that was in the news, and there was a link to submit a comment to your local representative of like, hey, don't do this because you're stupid.
I'm not going to make you be around smoke. Being around smoke is a condition of working here. So if you don't like that,
don't be here.
That's my thing. It's condition of working here, or like, how about just in general, we don't tell businesses how to run their business. Like, let natural selection be a thing. Like, hey, if I decide that I'm a terrible person and I do all this horrible stuff, my business will just fail. So like, maybe just let that happen. I don't know. Just my thoughts.
If you're not already a member of the Cigar Rights for America, Cigar Rights of America, please check any of the episode descriptions that we have. There's links in all of them, as well as Cigars for Warriors. And I don't remember what the other one is. Maybe it's Mission 22. We have links in there for a few organizations that you should be a part of and supporting to try to take care of the cigar community and keep us enjoying the freedoms that we love. But more importantly, if you're listening to this show, I don't know if it's actually second importantly, not more. You're part of this community. You are who we're making this show for. There's a limited number of you out there. We've discussed this already. There's a small number of premium cigar smokers in the world. If you know another cigar smoker, tell them. It's not just like subscribe and share. Do those things because they help us. But, be a Troy. Be a Seth Jones. Tell your friends. Like just put us out there, please. Maybe people love us, maybe they'll hate us, but we want the opportunity to talk to as many other premium cigar smokers out there as possible and share our passion for what we love. That's the only reason you're here. So hit all those buttons.
Yeah, all of
Make Jason get off my back.
Too. Vote early, vote often.
No. He said make Jason get off my back. No.
Oh yeah, it's not.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm going to badger you about this.
You've been mounted.
He's not the badger.
For 8 seconds.
We could be at 1 million subscribers, and I'd be like 2 million.
Let's go,
Corey. 2 million.
Let's go, dude. Let's find out. Hopefully. I mean, that's a little ambitious, but let's find out. You know what I mean?
Ambition is how you succeed, friend.
Yeah.
That is.
Did you do your homework? You have 10 questions?
I have 22, motherfucker.
Good.
If you'd have got here
Do you have
earlier,
questions?
we started talking about it.
Good.
So, yeah.
I have them in my handy dandy notebook.
Notebook. So do I.
Yeah.
He has a PowerPoint presentation for his 22 of them.
He doesn't even have a laptop.
I mean, he's got yours.
I've got 3.
There's that. Whoa.
With you.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
How many did you bring?
None.
There you go.
Right. Nanya.
It's about what you show up with, buddy.
I show up with my amazing ideas. That's what I show up
off,
with.
and show out. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate it, buddy.
I've been using your paper. So you had to make a new one today.
Uh-huh.
I've been using his paper that he holds up that says bump on it to write down. So you played Starfield a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're loving it the way I am, and you seem to kind of maybe lose tact a little bit, but there's like a lock picking mechanic in the game where you have all these different things that you could put into the locks. And so like, if you don't want to waste it, you got to kind of write them down and go, okay, what order am I going to use them in? So I've got like 15 of those written down on his bump paper.
You know that each ring you can line up.
I do.
All of them, but I mean, you can line up the bottom one while all of them. Okay.
I do, but then I go, okay, this one's for 4. This one's for 4. Because it's a process of elimination because you don't want to waste them on the outside. You don't know because you're not there.
I'm just letting you guys go on that one.
Or you just have
It's a
high hacker skill and then you hit auto slot.
I'm not there yet. I'm like 30-something hours, and I haven't rolled credits. I think I'm real close. I get distracted.
Wait, rolling credits?
Yeah.
I've got 75 hours in, and I'm not even halfway done with the main quest line.
It just depends on how much you put into it. So, like, what I've heard from most of the reviews is, like, the game gets really good after you roll credits on the main story.
Sure, but
I'll
give you a little spoiler, okay? Not spoiler, but a little
no spoil.
Hint. So, have you met Victor?
Yeah.
The guy in the eye.
Is the collector guy? Oh, no. I'm way past that.
Okay, so you know about the temples.
Yes.
Okay. You need to collect all of them before you roll credits.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. You need to collect all of them.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Before you roll credits.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, naturally, you would have to do that.
So here's a fun little bird dog thing for you in this game. Okay. So you have to steal these. You have to get these. You have to collect all these artifacts. Yes. Okay. And there's pieces of them all over the place. And so one of them is like, we know this collector guy has it, but he won't sell it. So you need to go steal it, essentially, is what they tell you. It's like supposed to be a stealth mission. And so like I go in and I try every option. There's maybe there's a sneaky way to do it, but like I'm having a conversation with this dude and he's like, oh, I'll take you in to see it. Like I persuaded him and shit. But I'm like, okay, like let me buy it. I'm trying any non-violent means to get it. And the option I ended up narrowing down to was just grabbing a hold of this thing and say, like he exclaims, sorry, it's for science. Grab it and run. And so the guy pulls out his gun and starts attacking you. So I shoot him back. And like, he's this close to death. And he's like, you can have it. You can have whatever you want, you filthy pirate. And then the other guy that's my companion is like, we're not pirates. We're just guys that really, we steal stuff when we have to because we really want the thing. He's like, oh, that does sound kind of piratey.
Are you with Sam?
I fucking hate him, but yes.
Oh, you're with Sam?
Yeah.
I'm with Andreja.
Yeah. Well,
her storyline is fucking
is
cool.
she the like Russian sounding chick?
Yeah.
I like her.
Andreja's cool.
So you get to a point where
lost.
yeah, it's okay. I like that. I like that about it. But so anyways, essentially what happens is he goes like, you can have whatever, you can take it, that's fine. We won't attack you. And I'm like, cool, I got a license to steal. So I'm like going through just everything that was a red thing, like steal this, is now just to take this. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm just taking everything on this ship because this guy's collected all this cool shit. And I'm like, oh, there's a computer. I'm talking to my cousin. I'm like, going to the computer. I only had one digipick, and I couldn't even break into it because I was distracted. And so I like go out, and everyone starts attacking me. I'm like, oh, apparently I could steal whatever I want, but I can't read their fucking diary because everybody gets mad. So I end up having to kill everybody on this ship. And I'm like, all right, fucking, if that's what it's got to be, it's what it's got to be. But like, I was trying to be cool. No, I don't even know if it was an option. I didn't see that it's a big ship. I don't know if you like can go into the pilot's chambers or whatever. The
cockpit.
I wanted. He likes the word.
The
I wouldn't say it.
cockpit.
I mean, it is the technical term.
It is. It's true. It's true.
The helm.
But yeah, just the sequence of events that happened there were just all fucking so humorous. You know what I mean? Like the fucking dialogue was great. The fact that he was like, "You can't have this under any circumstances." And then I'm like, all right, fucking, I guess we got to fight. And he's like, nah, you can have it. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, you can have everything. I'm like, all right, but don't read my diary.
Okay, then. I'm glad that we covered all of that Starfield
I didn't even successfully
drama.
hack the computer. I just tried to.
Oh,
and they were like, nope, that's the line. Like, that's the line in the fucking
that we
sand.
covered it. I'm glad that
this is Sam saying, okay.
I'm glad that we covered all of that information about that game.
I'm thriving on it.
Yeah.
I love it. Because the great thing is
I have to pee really bad, and I was holding it because I thought the show was over.
It is. It's almost over. The great thing is, if Sam, like 10 years ago, Sam would be playing this.
No. Never my style game.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Didn't like Fallout or Skyrim?
Nope. Active PvP, that's it.
Okay.
Like, I want the competition of real people, because once I realized like every game can be beat, I have no urge to play it. Like it doesn't matter what.
This is a fuck.
I don't
Dude,
get into
this
the
game
storyline.
is so
huge.
I
don't care about any.
Surprised you didn't play League of Legends.
Nope. No, I never did League of Legends.
Lol.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just straight up, it had to be competitive PvP or.
That's
nothing.
what League of Legends is. It's competitive.
I just never got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not my style.
I'm surprised you could say PvP with your leg bouncing like that and just not have to get up and run away.
I'm about to pee.
He loves that PvP. Hold on. We picked a thing for next week, did we?
Yeah, we did.
What is it?
We're going to be smoking the Yorktown Fleet by Stolen Thrones because it'll be here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Lee Marsh in the house. Fucking come hang out with us next week, Sunday at 9:30. We go live on Facebook. If everything goes well, chances are it could be a little later than that, but just hang out and wait for us because fucking we'll be here. So sorry, this wasn't as good as last week, but you know, what's going to be that good? It was so fucking good.
Yeah, I digs it.
Is there music playing? I can't hear it. Say your line.
Salut.
Bye. Bye.